Are we? They say we're live. Are we live, Ricky?
I hope so. Well, the light's on.
Wow,
so
that means we're live. It's Facebook Live. Welcome to an 850 WFTL Facebook page. And the Palm Beach Summer Beerfest is literally moments and days away. It's Ricky and Bill Adams from the South Florida Morning Show at 850 WFTL. And we have the event of the week, if not the season. We have our roundtable beer tasting happening right now with some of our favorite brewers who are going to be involved with Beerfest.
Yeah, I was approached the other day, hey, do you want to drink beer at 9:30 in the morning? Which I felt was a stupid question.
Does the Pope, you know what, in the woods? That was our answer to that one.
You got to get your vernacular.
That's a pretty easy question. It's going to be awesome. Going back to the event for 1 second, if you go to PalmBeachSummerBeerfest.com right now, that's where you can scoop up your tickets. You want to get them early, and that's where you save, actually, because this has become now our 5th annual. This is the event where you gather all your friends, your drinking buddies, Beerfest buddies, whatever it is, the family, I don't know. And get together.
The kids, ladies and gentlemen.
Right, so get your tickets now online. There's going to be 2 sessions on the 22nd. And by the way, in the air-conditioned comfort of the South Florida Fairgrounds
That's
Expo
the best
Center.
part about it, because you don't want to miss out on that AC.
We've all been to Beerfest before. You're outside, you're dripping, you're melting. It's not fun. This is awesome. Air-conditioned comfort. 2 sessions, too. They're going to be twice happening during the day. The early session is going to happen from 12 p.m. to 4 p.m. The second one, 5 p.m. to 9. So we have an hour in between there to clean you up.
Yes. Let's please, because last time it didn't work out so well for me.
We have, like we said, we have some of our friends here today. They're sitting in the green room right now, and yes, we have a green room in our little studio here.
Wow.
And they're getting
really
ready.
up the budget around here.
I know. We're going to introduce one at a time. We've got Doug from Due South, a local brewer here. We're going to talk to Melissa from Barrel of Monks, another local brewer, and Brian, who actually has been at our events before in a different capacity from Florida Craft Distributing. Brian pours heavy. That's all I'm saying. That's why he's here again. We're not complaining, Brian. Don't you worry about that. Let's get him up here right now. First of all, Doug from Due South. Big round of applause. Come on up here, pal. How are you? Thanks for being here.
Thanks for joining us, bud.
Appreciate your time so much. And we love, a big part of what we love here about doing the Palm Beach Summer Beerfest is we have our local brewers here. And you're representing Boynton Beach very well, in fact. I'm a Boynton guy.
Awesome. Good to hear.
We are. I love your stuff. I love you. I know Ricky does too. He's a big fan of your product.
I think he's got a tent outside of your brewery. So if you ever see that weird guy walking into the woods,
oh, that explains.
This guy right here.
That's me. But come on, I'm local. You can't kick me out. Come on, right? But you brought some stuff for us here today. You're going to be a big presence, as you always are. And I'm pretty sure. Correct me if I'm wrong. I think Due South has been at each one of our Palm Beach Summer Beer Fests.
We have. It's one of our favorite events. Like you mentioned before, it's inside, which in the middle of July, that's kind of an amazing thing, for sure.
And you've been to a ton of these being in the industry. It's a rarity, actually, to have this much beer, this many vendors in an event inside and air conditioning. You don't find it.
No, not particularly.
Yeah.
And this one I like, at the fairgrounds, it's kind of central to Palm Beach County,
right,
which is awesome to see everyone, pull from the north and the south. And
absolutely.
You get a good spread.
All right, let's get to the meat of the matter. What'd you bring for us today?
This is the best part. So I brought for you some of our Citrified. It's our pale ale. And
I was hoping he brought that, by the way.
That was the one you were looking for?
That's what I was hoping for.
Like I was drinking that 15 minutes ago.
On the air. It's a little scary.
Breakfast.
He's got a barrel of tricks over there.
Oh, look at that. We brought cups.
Yeah.
Wow.
Look at this.
We are high class now.
Yeah, we
plastic cups.
Here, right? So this is actually going to help out. This is going to help out a lot because you're going to be able to just pass that down a little bit, get some of the aroma, which is what we're really looking for on this beer.
Yep.
This pale ale. So it's an American style pale ale, and we dry hop it with Citra hops. So you're going to get a lot of
zing,
fruit, tropical.
It's really good.
Aromas and flavors.
But didn't lose the hoppiness of it.
Doesn't lose the hoppiness.
You can pick up both, because I like a really hoppy beer. That's why I like your, like the Cat 3s, Cat 5s, whatever you got. But this is it's like that, but it's added in the citrusy flavor of it.
Correct. So you're almost going to, if you're familiar with Category 3, this is kind of your junior version of that. It's going to be a little more drinkable. It's only a 5%, 5.1% ABV, so you can actually go through, a 6-pack of this during a game is, you can probably go through 2 of those.
Or a quarter.
Easily.
Yeah, I know.
Right.
Well, in Bill's case.
Or a whole case.
Watch out.
Right. For like a summertime beer, a little bit lighter then.
Right.
Great for if you're at the beach, if you can have this. And like I said, this is all in cans from you guys, too.
That's what we love. We love to can pretty much everything that we do. And honestly, if we can just can everything, that'd be awesome.
Right.
Just because it's perfect for Florida. It's perfect for South Florida specifically.
Absolutely.
The boat, fishing, by the pool, places you can't have glass.
Right.
Also, easier to find koozies for cans than it is for bottles.
Isn't that the truth? He's absolutely right. Yeah, more portable, you know what I mean? This is a big debate within the beer industry, too. Does anything – I remember with the back in the day, Sam Adams didn't want to can anything. I think they held off as long as they possibly could. It doesn't seem like to me, maybe I don't have the discerning taste, that there's any flavor lost at all, though.
There's not. What's really cool about cans nowadays is they're far and away different than what they used to be. Everyone, your uncles, your dads, your grandfathers were, they would complain about metallic taste in canned beer. Well, technology, thankfully, has solved that problem. So we've got can liners that protect the beer, basically acts as a mini keg.
Huh.
So it's going to be fresher longer, doesn't get skunked, doesn't get, nothing really happens to the beer in that can as long as you keep it cold and drink it fresh.
What you just put, it tastes like it was a tap, like it was a draft beer.
Yeah, that was what I was saying. It's a very fresh tasting, a very beachy beer, too.
Excellent stuff. Are you going to have this on? Are you going to be
We're
pouring
going to have
at the
this
Beer
on,
Fest?
correct. So it's going to be on both sessions while we're there.
What else what are your, still to this day, not only locally here because you're really expanding, what's your biggest seller? What do people mostly like from the Due South line?
Due Souths, we're still killing it with Category 3, our IPA, our flagship IPA, and the Caramel Cream Ale, which we'll also have at the Beer Fest.
Oh, you are going to have it?
We will have Caramel Cream. That one, I think the past couple years has been the first thing to go.
I would imagine.
Yeah, it's super popular still. That's our cream ale with hand-cut vanilla beans in it, so you get that really fresh vanilla flavor.
It's so good. I
like
think
syrupy.
put you guys on the map because at the time when you came out with it really cut through a lot of the competition.
There's really nothing like it out there in the market, which is really cool to see.
Yeah.
It's almost like a dessert beer, but without being heavy.
Right.
Yeah, it's always a bad thing about
beer.
dessert beers that they're so heavy you have like one or two of them and you're like, I can't eat or drink anything else.
And when it's 95 degrees outside, you're like,
yeah,
but this one you can kind of get that sweetness.
Choice.
Yeah.
Right. No.
Kind of South Florida dessert.
Yeah, exactly. Well, that's awesome. Due South Brewing, based out of Boynton Beach, going to be a big part of Palm Beach Summer Beerfest on the 22nd.
Can't wait.
Doug, thank you so much.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks for being in the area and part of the Beer Fest.
Yeah, of course.
Big round of applause right here.
Can't wait for more beer.
Great job. Let's talk to another local brewer.
He did a good job.
He did a good job,
It
didn't
was
he?
fine.
We're ready for more. You ready for more?
I'm always ready for more.
Let's bring up Melissa from Barrel of Monks, another local brewer from Boca Raton, Florida. She's making her way. She's popping open some bottles right now. Good to see you. How are you?
Good to see you guys, too. I'm doing very well. I've actually got 3 beers for you to taste today.
Notice how we're not arguing?
Yeah.
Make casual chit-chat while I get these open and ready.
This is where we fill. No, seriously, though. It's
So-
at
The industry term.
PalmBeachSummerBeerfest.com. You want to scoop up tickets right now. This is where you can save. There's going to be VIP tickets there. There's 2 sessions available as well. We have more food
I was just
at this one than
about
ever.
to say, like, even though it is a beer fest, there's still so much food involved. There's donuts, there's food trucks. You could be able to get those pretzel necklaces and stuff like that, and they give you the little cups.
Yes.
Which is like almost the size of this, honestly. It's a pretty decent size. Hang around your neck.
Right.
And then who knows what happens from there.
There's going to be donuts this time. There's the food trucks right outside, which you had mentioned before, which is awesome because, listen, if you've been drinking at any time at all,
You
and
need
we're
to
kind of
carb up a little bit.
we're vested veterans, you need to carb up a little bit and take a break every once in a while.
Yeah,
so
no, absolutely.
It's all about responsibility too. So we all talk
And
about
a hydration station as well.
Yes.
And that's a big, you must.
You have got to hydrate, even though we're in the South Florida Fairgrounds Expo Center in the air conditioning. Keep the water available. There's going to be plenty for you there too.
Because there's a lot of beer.
Yeah, there is. You can,
And the whiskey and bourbon tasting as well.
Yeah.
There's just a lot.
You guys are great at that filling stuff.
Well, we don't know. We just kind of ramble.
We've been filling
Was it
our
okay?
entire careers.
Yeah, pretty
All right.
much. What you
So-
got going on over here?
Well, Barrel Monks, let me just tell you, is from Boca Raton, Florida.
Yep.
We
She's got new cups. I'm going to
distribute
grab this from you. Here you
through
go.
75% of Florida.
Mm-hmm.
We're in all different ABCs, Total Wine. You can get us at Big Daddy's and, of course, at your favorite local bars, too.
And I have. Love that.
That is great to hear.
And you also have the best graphics on your bottles.
Oh, yeah.
I love those pictures.
Isn't
Did you
that
do those?
Great? We
Was
play
that
on
you?
the Monks. It wasn't me. I
Take
can't
credit.
Okay, it was me. I do everything. So I want to start you off with our single in Havana.
Ooh.
This
Single
is
in
our single, which
Havana.
is our lightest beer.
very
It's
much.
treated with guava. So it's very
Ooh.
crisp. It's very fresh.
So
it's only 4.5%, so it's a nice light summer beer.
Wow.
That
is
is-
light. It is. It is. This would be a
Yeah.
perfect beach beer. What's this called again?
That's our single in Havana.
Oh, I feel Cuban now.
That's what we were going for with the guava.
See,
This is excellent.
this is very, very good.
And again, it seems like everybody is responding to the customer base where they're saying, love the beer, I love it, but it's hot down here in the summer. Do you have anything lighter? It sounds like you're responding to your fans.
We are, and the next beer does as well once you guys finish that up. You know, down here in Florida, we have summer from basically March until November.
Yeah, we get
So
like a day of winter, right?
You got to take a break sometimes from the heavy beers and
true.
get to something lighter.
I think there's a stigma with craft beer, too, where everybody thinks that all craft beer is really heavy beer, but it's not.
It's not true. It may have been maybe the case years ago, but
maybe.
You know, you have an example like this where you have all kinds of things that have all kinds of variety. You know what I love too, and this is much the case with Doug. You don't lose the beer taste, even though you've introduced, at least with that last one, with the Havana one, some citrusy flavors too.
Yeah.
It's still a beer.
It still tastes like a beer.
Right.
It's just a guava treatment, so it doesn't completely change the taste of
Right.
it.
Very good. What do we have here?
This is our Wizard. It's our flagship beer. It's available in 6-packs.
Had this.
So, yeah, this is the one you
Wizard.
see all over the place in stores
So excited.
and on tap. That classic Wizard figure is always glaring out at you.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Now, this has orange peel and coriander. It's a wheat beer.
Coriander.
Again, light, but you don't even with
It's got a little more bite though than the last
a
one.
little bit. But even though you got the infusion, though, you don't lose the
beer taste.
the yeasty taste in this one, especially.
Yeah, being a wheat beer, you're going to get a lot of that almost bread kind of taste in it, and then the orange and coriander kind of smooths it out a little bit.
This is another excellent effort.
Is that
That's
what
our
makes it a
most
little more
popular
cloudy?
beer.
Is it? This one is right here, the Wizard.
Yes.
Is the wheat beer, that's why it's a little more cloudier than
Exactly.
the
It does retain some of that, and it's a really full-bodied beer.
Him with the beer terms, cloudiness.
But it's
wow.
drinkable. I know. You've
just-
done this before.
Uh-huh.
I may have drank a few earlier this morning.
I do love that. That is great.
That's very good.
And again, another light beer that still has a heartiness to it, though. That's
Yeah.
a great balance to reach. I don't know how they did it, but they did it. I love that. Very good.
I was always so against drinking beers that tasted like other things besides just regular beer. And at the last beer fest we were at, I was turned around on the whole thing.
That's the thing. But that's another reason why the Palm Beach Summer Beerfest has so much variety. Thank you,
Yeah.
Gabe.
It opens up your
yes.
palate of the mind and palate of the palate.
Because out of fairness, I could understand that. I mean, if you had explained that flavor to people and you just like wrote it down on a list and you explained it, you'd be like, yeah, okay, well, I might try it sometime. Once it hits your palate, though, you totally understand it. You understand why you get it.
Once it hits the lips.
Yeah,
Once
it's a very
there.
refreshing beer.
Mm-hmm.
Now, this one, we are a Belgian-style brewery, so that's our thing, especially in Abbey series, which is a single, double, triple, and a quad. So this is our Belgian triple. Notice the color. It's got a deep golden hue to it. You'll get caramel hints in there. You'll get a
yes.
little sweet bread.
Whoa.
You also get some zesty spice.
So much fun beer.
Definitely zesty. Definite. I mean, it hits you right away. And it's good.
That is the most popular beer amongst our regulars. The Wizard is our flagship. That's
Right.
what everybody loves. Everybody knows us for. The Triple, that's something that people who come to us regularly really love.
Do you think then this eventually down the road, maybe even after the Palm Beach Summer Beer Fest, this is going to be the one? They're going to
Absolutely.
identify Barrel of Monks with this one.
Well, by the end of the year, we plan on putting that into 4-packs and
Oh.
bottling that. So that's going to be available at your local stores as well.
Huh.
You're a girl in this industry, and you see, obviously, but you've seen a lot more.
Oh, don't
Beer
spill
is
the beer.
Don't take it
Call
that
the
way.
presses.
Wait a minute.
Newstalk 850 WFTL.
But do you see, I think with events like this, but with brands like this too, and what you guys are doing, it's becoming much more, I think beer is much more popular among the ladies now.
Oh, yeah, especially now a lot of fruit flavors are coming in that
Yeah.
aren't just that sickening, sweet kind of fruitiness.
Yeah,
you know,
exactly,
craft
right.
brewers are really starting to develop actual fruit flavors that are natural and taste good, and that's kind of helping to bring the females back to the breweries and have
Absolutely.
them experience beer. I love it when a customer comes into our tasting room and they say they don't drink beer. Okay, what do you like to drink? Is it red wine? Is it white wine? Is it cider? Because we have something that actually will work for that person.
Exactly right. But again,
like
they
this one-
maybe never would have realized that.
They would have never known. And like the Triple, if you're a white wine drinker,
Yeah.
you're going to appreciate that beer.
Well, this
Yeah.
is great stuff. What's going to be available on tap for you guys from Barrel of Monks at the Palm Beach Summer Beer Fest?
All three that you just tasted.
Oh, that's good news. Bad news for you
I
because
was
we're going to be
yeah,
going
I was
around in a
gonna
loop.
say, coming with disguises and stuff. Bill? No?
Melissa from Barrel of Monks, you did a great job. Thank you
Thank
so
you
much.
very
Good to
much.
see you, too.
Thank you so much for coming.
Outstanding.
And,
This is really good.
One more thing, you can always find out where we're going to be by going to our Facebook page. It's at Barrel of Monks.
You know, you said tastings, too. Give me a little location. Where are you in Boca Raton?
We're in Boca on Rogers Circle, which is Congress between Yamato and Glades.
That's awesome.
So
Just
just
stop
just
by.
GPS
Right by my
it.
other
We're
job,
in an
like,
industrial
right around
area,
the
just
corner.
like most breweries. But
It's true.
Our tasting room is gorgeous. There's AC. It's comfortable. There's games. There's food trucks every night.
That is awesome.
It's a cool little like hidden gem in there too,
It
which
is.
is so cool about it.
Every time people walk in, they're like, "Whoa, we didn't know this was here."
Right. Well, like the lady you described who comes in, I don't like beer. My question would be, what are you doing here?
Yeah, well,
You're at a brewery, dope.
But they come out happy and satisfied, and as soon as they try you, they're going to love it too. Melissa, thank you so much. You did a
thank
great
you
job.
guys.
Thank you.
We'll see you there.
Very awesome. There's a reason why we saved Brian for last. It's a heavy pour. We had to build up for this one. Brian from Florida Craft
Man, can you
Distributing.
guys believe this has been 5 years?
This is our fifth
5
Palm Beach
years.
Summer Beerfest. You've been involved heavily in different capacities
I've
from
been
every one.
into every single one. The first one as a beer importer, so
Right.
I was importing Belgian, German,
Right.
and English beers as a local brewer and now distributor.
Whoa.
So my thought is I've got to quit beer business and buy a ticket and be a regular person at this thing.
That's the only thing left.
But that's never going to happen.
No, we stay in radio so we can get into this event.
Right.
That's why we do it.
Let's just switch for a day. You guys pour beer for like the 9 hours, and I'll hang out and be cool. One of the two, yeah.
You're cool all the time, buddy.
Man, I appreciate that. That's awesome.
But you get it, and you're interesting because you've seen it from all angles. You're, as you just described there, too.
Right.
As well as, I'm going to guess, I'm going out on a limb, a beer aficionado. You might be a fan.
You could say that. I mean, this didn't happen overnight.
I'm just
This is lifetime commitment, man. Some people go to
committed
CrossFit.
to beer.
I get crossed getting fit, you know.
Do you see why we waited till last for Brian? Do you get this? What do you bring for us? Because this is a whole different angle for you now. This is the
Yeah.
first time I've talked to you since this new venture has begun.
So Florida Craft Distributors, we are small but mighty. We're a small local craft distributor based out of Riviera Beach, servicing Palm Beach County with people from Palm Beach County. So small but mighty, a team of 4. Shout out to Brandon and Marshall. Hope you guys are doing great today. Your boss is on the radio.
Oh,
Dig that.
I was thinking they were the bosses. That explained the shout out.
Yeah. But anyway, no, we're predominantly 100% craft brands, national brands, local brands, and I've got a little bit of both today.
Oh, that's
so
awesome.
You guys want some beer?
Yes.
And or heavy?
Okay. Arm twisted.
So good old Shipyard Brewing out of Portland, Maine. These guys have been a staple down in South Florida for a while. If you've been drinking craft beer for a while, 2005, 2006, the only option that you really had for a long time was Shipyard. And a lot of times, you know, it kind of grazes across your mind, but they've really been doing a great job innovating their brands. And the one I'm bringing right here is actually brewed in Clearwater.
Really?
Yeah.
That's
so
cool.
it's called Florida Blood Orange. And essentially what we have is a Belgian-style
orange.
wit beer
Right.
with blood orange juice. So you're going to get a little bit of haze. You're going to get a little citrus, but basically you're going to be getting Florida in a glass. It's a little bit of orange, a little bit of crispness. It's light on the palate at 4.7% alcohol.
It's funny. I can smell the orange already.
And cheers. Cheers, guys.
Cheers to you, Brian. Thank you for being here. Thank you very much.
We did it. Again, good residual sweetness, rounding out super dry.
Oh, wow.
Carbonation kind of tickles your tongue a little bit.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, it's just a really great
I'm
beer.
just always amazed. This is a perfect example of that, though. How they can get. It wasn't always the case, I don't think. I think it's just developed into this point where you still have the citrus flavor, but still the beer flavor,
Well,
too.
yeah.
That's a tough balance.
You know, in the early 2000s, you know, they called them fruit bombs. You
Yeah.
know, how much fruit can I put into a beer?
Yeah,
And
right.
people will buy it. People want a beer. So that's a beer first and a little bit of blood orange second. So
Is that the key?
Yeah, that's essentially
Okay,
the
that's
key.
what people realize, because it wasn't always that way.
It wasn't always that way,
Right.
but a lot of people, they didn't know the options in beer. So, I mean, I think that beer 10 years ago wouldn't do nearly as well as it's doing right now.
This is unbelievably
It's
delicious.
it's a great beer. It's super
Yeah,
easy
wow.
drinking.
You know what this this is weird. It feels like Florida, though. This
Yeah.
is the ultimate Florida
You
beer.
get a tinge of
Right.
orange on your tongue. It rounds out sweet, which
Right.
makes you want to go in for a little bit more.
Oh, yeah.
And then that carbonation just tickles your tongue. It's absolutely killer.
This is good. Really good.
Yeah, we'll take really good any day of the week,
Feels
man.
like Florida.
Yeah,
Like
that's what we're
terrible
going for.
driving.
Like terrible.
All right, so moving on. So remember that thing I said about fruit bombs?
Yes.
We're about to get one.
All right.
So
Hold on. Is there a seatbelt here?
there is. I think one of you guys has this. I'm down to one. Oh, 2 cups. Hey, that's all the cups we're gonna need, by the way.
We'll take the bottle. Oh. Did I say that out loud?
Well, I don't want to ruin the surprise for the end. So, this is Sunfish. It's from the Sea Dog family. So, a lot of people, their gateway beer was Sea Dog Blueberry or Sea Dog Blue Paw.
Sure.
And Roxy's Pub, shout out to them for always carrying it since it's been available in Palm Beach County.
That's cool.
But this is kind of a take on Blue Paw in the fact that we add grapefruit and peach juice. What? So it's a American pale wheat ale blended with a little bit of juice. So you get a little bit of peach, a little bit of that grapefruit, but super easy drinking and super refreshing. Yeah.
It's fruity.
It's fruity,
it's
but
sweet.
It's not over the top.
Right, exactly.
Yeah. It's super easy
See,
drinking.
I could see my wife drinking this.
Yeah,
with
and
ice.
the thing is,
with ice.
Yeah.
So what's awesome about the Palm Beach Summer Beerfest is that you get the aficionados. You get the guy whose brain is out to here, wants to know the IBU, wants to know the ABV.
Right.
There, for every one of those guys, there's 8 of those people who are just trying to get into craft beer, and that's the beer for them.
Yeah, exactly.
That's going to open up the door to some great local beers like Barrel of Monks and Due South.
It's a gateway beer, Brian.
It is a gateway beer. The more you know. Yeah, but it essentially
this
is.
Is really good.
I didn't even know that beer existed until I took on with Florida Craft Distributors, and that's like my go-to now.
But that's the case too. There's a lot, even with us. Let's face it, we've had a lot of beer in our lives. All of us, all of us in this room together, and a lot of people watching right now. But you find out a lot of these at Palm Beach Summer Beerfest you didn't even know exist. Sometimes even a flavor or a brand that one particular brewer has. I'm like, I didn't know that.
Yeah, and that's the beauty of this thing is that you're seeing the full portfolio.
Yeah.
This isn't like going to like a sampling at a Whole Foods or a Total Wine where, let's pull back the curtain a little bit.
Right.
Some of us guys like to feature a brand at those tastings. We're not. Yeah. Sorry. But at the Summer Beerfest, we're able to open up the entire portfolio and show you what we got and what's available to you and where you can get it. And it's a vast array. Again, you got the guy looking for the double IPA.
Right.
For every one of those, you have a Sunfish.
It's delicious.
It's really good. I mean, honestly, it would be easiest for us to just sit here and say, "Oh, they're all so great." They really are.
Yeah,
I would tell you if I didn't like it. I would.
We appreciate that. That's kind of why I have a job.
Yeah.
To kind of convince you otherwise.
Well,
you guys ready to get weird?
Yeah.
You want to get ready to get weird?
We haven't already.
I know we haven't.
This is why we put them on last, guys.
So that is one for you.
Thank
and
you,
one
sir.
For you. Yeah, that overpouring comment. I just had to think about it. So and now we're straight up overpouring. So this is one of our local brands. This is Islamorada Brewing Company. They're based out of Islamorada, Florida, and Fort Pierce. So they actually have 2 facilities.
How great is this sound?
It's the best sound in all of beer.
It is just awesome. Oh.
So what I love most about these guys, and the beer that you have is Sandbar Sunday.
Ooh.
These guys are not chasing after trends. They're essentially recreating them.
Okay.
What you have right there is an American pale wheat. It's like a pale ale and a wheat beer had a baby. It's not quite a Hefeweizen. It's not quite a pale ale. You get a good residual sweetness and all that crispness from the wheat malt. And basically what you have is the quintessential lawnmower, outside, boat, beach beer.
And there's nothing wrong with that. We shouldn't ever forget about just
Florida.
the guy who wants to come into his house and take a break from the Florida sun for a little bit.
I love IPAs. I worked for Due South for 3 years.
Yeah.
It's best IPAs out in the market.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes you want something a little bit, lighter and more refreshing.
Sure.
And that is only about 4% alcohol and super easy drinking. And don't mind if I do.
I mean, you know what? You got to take a break sometimes. I mean, come on.
It's a beer business, man. You're not doing it before 10 o'clock. You ain't doing it right. A week before a beer fest. You got to get your liver.
Now
primed.
I'm terrified for Beerfest.
Don't be.
Stay away from him.
No. I'll be in a
Little
dog
surprises
costume.
around every
Spoiler
corner.
alert. No, but Sandbar Sunday, they made that beer specifically for the Sandbar of Islamorada. I don't know if you guys ever make your way down to the Keys often.
Oh, yeah.
But you see that Sandbar coming back from
That's
a
right.
Sunday in the Keys, and tons of people there. They made that beer for it. And they don't, you go to their brewery in Fort Pierce, most tap rooms are trying to be intensely innovative, which is awesome. You look at their tap list, it's 5 beers,
Yeah.
And it's not like brownie fudge double sundae. It's wheat beer, IPA, pale ale,
right,
stout, porter. They only release 3 beers to the market. Their IPA is not a tonbuckler or a teeth enamel puller. It is basically just a great citrusy forward beer. Their Islamorada Ale is basically an American pale with a ton of citrus. So Sandbar Sunday, classic American wheat beer. You could find that at all 68 public stores in all of South Florida.
Palm
Beach County, yeah.
That's because you guys helped get him in there.
I will take a little bit of credit, but Jose Herrera is an animal. Yeah, he's the guy who runs Islamorada.
Oh, really?
He's got little flat Jose's all over the place. it's like Where's Waldo?
Jose.
It's pretty neat. Yeah. He's one of the most intense guys and one of the best guys in beer.
They don't tell Jose no way.
No, never,
Apparently not.
never. It sounds like the man. This would be, you know what this reminds me of? My dad's beer if it was good.
Right.
Like if he was around long enough to have this would be the one.
Right.
Oh.
And knowing most dads, he'd never move off.
And the thing is that's now become my ball game beer.
Yeah.
I mean, watching the All-Star game,
Right.
had a bunch of those, and I walked out of my brother's house just fine. You know,
well,
the walk home was a little rough, but I
obviously
walked out
didn't
of
have
his house just fine.
You needed a lot of these to get.
The walk out of McDonald's.
That's awesome.
You needed a few of these to get through that game. By the way.
Kidding.
Oh, God.
The first 8 innings, forget it, man.
If it wasn't for Bryce Harper's
Bryce
flip.
Harper plugging the NFL Network for an hour. Yeah. Hey, how's Dak gonna do? Fly ball. Who gives?
Are you asking the sake? Why isn't he on the air?
I have no clue. The first time I met this kid, that was the first thing I thought about. I'm like, this guy is a big ball of energy.
Well, it's a beer has a lot to do with that.
Yeah, well, you're
If
no
you can,
doubt.
If you can consume at 7 in the morning, I'm all about that life.
Why didn't you come earlier?
I was up,
Paul.
but not here. Yeah.
It's your fault.
Why is it my fault?
Where are we gonna find
I
you?
was going to be here earlier. Gabe sent an email at 11 o'clock, said
Oh.
I had to be here at 8, and then like 11:05 saying 9:30 is good. So
Brian, you've done 5 of these. You listened to Gabe. You should have leurned by now. This one's on you. Come on now.
We should exchange emails.
speaking on me, I've got Almirada Citrus Ale if you want to try that.
Okay.
Let's do it. So, again, one of my favorites.
Again,
from their
pours
portfolio.
heavy.
Yeah, again, I'm sorry.
Sorry
Sorry about your luck, guys.
Can I get this
so,
back?
Almirada Citrus Ale, classic American Pale Ale. It's going to be a heavy citrus characteristic up front. So you're going to get heavy notes of citrus, lemon, lime, a little bit of zest.
Whoa.
Rounds out super dry. And what you have there is just the classic food-friendly beer. You know, a little bit of bitterness to get you there, but a little bit of sweetness to pair with something spicy.
Having a thought. Ultimate barbecue beer.
Booyah. There it is.
Right?
Barbecue beer.
This is an
Someone
outside
get that
by the
green
grill.
egg. Let's smoke some meat.
All right.
I mean, we're already drinking beer before 10. What else we got going on today?
Where's
Beer
the
Fest
smoker?
isn't a week, man. We got plenty of time.
We got a pregame.
Yeah.
But
Trying
again,
to liver a little bit, as they
Palm
say.
Beach Summer Beerfest.com. Buy your tickets right now. You save when you go early. And also gather. You know what, too? And you've noticed this because you've been at every one. People start to gather their friends. This is becoming one of those events where it's like, we're all busy. Sometimes this is the only time we see all your buds.
Party.
Yeah.
And a bachelorette party.
There was a
and when I
bachelor party?
Yeah, when I was working with Doug at Due South, we're like, we got to get them together and like give them all a can of caramel cream at the
Right?
time. Yeah, but there were 2 groups. It was a bachelorette party and a bachelor party. It was really neat.
That's awesome.
My favorite thing about this fest is the dudes in costume.
I saw
And
them.
it's
yes.
so out of context.
Right.
It's like, I'm the rubber man. Like, you're the
What?
rubber man. Congratulations. What have to do with beer?
You be you, brother. You be you.
Yeah. Hey, rubber man, here's an Almirada Sandbar Sunday. You enjoy your life.
Goes with everything.
It absolutely does.
That is
100%.
awesome. This is another great beer, though.
This is really
This
good.
is great. It is awesome. You can taste all of this stuff. Where are you going to be at the event, though? Where are we going to find you this time?
I'm gonna guess everywhere.
Well,
So,
yeah.
I'm gonna go with everyone.
He's
Florida,
mobile.
Florida Craft Distributor. So this is our first foray into the Palm Beach Summer Beer Fest, which we're thrilled out of our minds. It's one of 3 distributors invited, and we couldn't be happier. We're going to be featuring Sea Dog and Shipyard at one table.
Right.
With a vast array of beers. I think the time tapping is going to be a Pink Lemonade Blonde Ale.
Oh.
We'll be featuring the Almirada Brewing Company with Sandbar Sunday, Channel Marker IPA, and good old-fashioned Almirada Citrus Ale. And then, new to South Florida as of Monday. Three Daughters Brewing Company out of St. Petersburg. So these guys have been crushing, turning and burning in St. Pete for a very long time.
3 daughters, so I'm guessing it's 2 dudes.
It's 2 dudes, and the reason why they called it 3 Daughters, it's actually kind of neat. So these dudes were they were big into the food scene in St. Pete, and found a love of beer in the early 2000s. Started brewing beer on their premise, kind of like our friends at Dixie Bar and Grill. And one day just said, let's build a brewery. We're pretty good at this stuff. Our beer's outselling Bud Light. So they built a brewery, and while they were making a beer one day, the guy said, how much beer would it take to put our 3 daughters through college?
Wow.
So they named it 3 Daughters, and they've been growing ever since. Most amazing tap room I've been to in Florida. Just a really nice, chill spot. The beer is fantastic. We'll be featuring the Bimini Twist IPA, the St. Pete Beach Blonde, and the Rod Bedner Red. We'll know by the end of the day today if there's going to be something really neat to go with that. But those 3 are new, and come see us.
That is great.
Yeah, it's going to be awesome.
every single one.
Right.
And it's just a great atmosphere always.
You
and
can
then good beer as
you
well.
can sample a
Can't help
bunch of
it.
stuff, and again, you know that's how you find out how many different brands all these brewers have. It's great.
Exactly.
Did those guys ever find out how much it costs to get 3 girls through college? By the way,
No, but Palm Beach County's going to get them closer. I can tell you that much.
'Cause I got 2, and I have
Chip,
that
chip
same
away at
question.
that iceberg.
That's right.
They still haven't figured it out yet, but I told them we'll get you closer. We'll
That
get you
is
closer
awesome.
than you were before, yeah.
Everything you brought is great. Everything we've sampled here is great.
Awesome.
Brian, Florida Craft Distributors, thank you so
friend,
much.
thank
Let's
you.
bring everybody else in here, too. Doug from Due South.
Hey, Doug!
Melissa, Barrel of Monks.
Hey, Melissa!
All of you
Yeah,
guys, cheers to
cheers.
everybody. Come on, bringing it up here. Come on, we're a big group.
Yep.
We're a big family.
We're all drinking.
Come on now, cheers everybody. Reach
There
out.
we
Come
go.
on, Al. Here we go. It's all happening. It's the 22nd. We're so close from this, and it's Palm Beach Summer Beerfest.
2 sessions.
.com.
Not just one. But
Dos.
Dos.
Dos sessions.
You're really getting into that Alamorada thing, huh?
Yeah, pretty much. Dos. I am right now. I'm like, I'm at
I'm
work.
zen.
But in here, I'm at the beach.
Yeah.
With this.
I'm
Right
at
here.
Yes, I'm Alamorada.
It's awesome. Thank you, everybody, so much for being part of this. Not only today, well, you got to drink beer. This doesn't work for you either, so, come on.
No, it is work for us. You drink beer when you work at breweries.
Bill, we are in the wrong
What are we
business.
doing in radio? I know. And thank you so much, and we will see you July 22nd, Palm Beach Summer Beerfest, South Florida Fairgrounds.
He
Yes.
didn't know. He's like,
Wait, this is being taped.
How about that?
he's like, wait,
He's trying to overpour.
this was live?
PalmBeachSummerBeerfest.com. Get tickets right now. Thank you, everybody.